In the deserts of Arabia, a new story was unfolding in the 7th century. The world was dominated by the Byzantines and Sasanians, both weary from endless wars. Far from their empires, a message of unity and one God was revealed to Muhammad in Makkah. This message would ignite a force that would reshape history. Within a century, Islam would spread across 3 continents, forging a new civilization. Islam, meaning submission to God, offered a radical new path, unity by faith, not tribe. Muhammad shared these revelations, calling for justice, compassion, and a direct relationship with God. The leaders of Makkah, threatened by this monotheism, fiercely resisted. Early Muslims faced persecution, yet their community grew, drawn by the clarity and sincerity of the message. Their perseverance showed the power of faith to overcome adversity. In 622, Muhammad and his followers migrated to Medina, the Hijra, a turning point marking the start of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, the first Islamic community state was established, built on justice and shared responsibility. The fire kindled in a cave near Makkah became a beacon for a new civilization. The old tribal divisions began to fade as the Ummah, a community united by belief, took shape. The struggle and migration laid the foundation for a society based on law and faith. This was more than a new religion. It was a new vision for living. The stage was set for Islam to move from the sands of Arabia to the world. A new era was dawning. With Medina as their base, Islam began to spread across Arabia, a land long divided by tribal rivalries. Through diplomacy, treaties, and at times military campaigns, Muhammad united the tribes under the banner of faith. The message of Islam transcended lineage, teaching equality before God. Former enemies became brothers, praying side by side. The Constitution of Medina established rights for all, including Jewish tribes, laying the groundwork for a pluralistic society. By Muhammad's passing in 632, Arabia was largely united, a remarkable transformation. This unity provided the foundation for Islam's rapid expansion beyond Arabia. The energy once spent on internal conflict was now directed outward. The unity of Arabia was the first great achievement of the Islamic community. The world was about to witness a new force on the global stage. After Muhammad's death, the question of leadership led to the creation of the Caliphate. The first 4 caliphs, the Rashidun, were close companions of the Prophet and guided the community through its most dramatic expansion. Abu Bakr secured Arabia, ensuring unity. Under Umar ibn al-Khattab, Muslim armies conquered Syria, Palestine, Egypt, and Persia, facing weakened empires. These were not just military victories, but administrative triumphs. New systems of governance and tolerance were established. Conquered peoples, including Christians and Jews, were granted protected status in exchange for attacks. This policy of tolerance often won local support and laid the groundwork for a global civilization. The Rashidun era set the stage for an enduring empire. With the Middle East under Muslim control, the armies turned west across North Africa. The Umayyad Caliphate led a long campaign through deserts and mountains, facing fierce resistance from Berber tribes. Over time, many Berbers embraced Islam, transforming the conquest into a partnership. Arab and Berber cultures fused, creating a dynamic new force. Cities like Kairouan became centers of learning and culture. Islamic influence spread deep into the Sahara, connecting North Africa to West African trade routes. By the early 8th century, Muslim rule stretched to the Atlantic coast of Morocco. The southern Mediterranean, once Roman and Byzantine, was now part of the House of Islam. This march reshaped the region's political and cultural landscape. From the Atlantic, the next destination was clear: Europe. In 711, a Muslim army led by Tariq ibn Ziyad crossed into Europe at Gibraltar. The Visigothic kingdom of Spain, weakened by internal strife, fell quickly. Al-Andalus became a center of brilliance, where Muslims, Christians, and Jews coexisted and thrived. Córdoba emerged as Europe's largest, most advanced city, renowned for its architecture and scholarship. The Great Mosque of Córdoba symbolized this new civilization's beauty and sophistication. Scholars translated and preserved ancient Greek works, fueling a cultural renaissance. The knowledge developed in Al-Andalus would later help spark Europe's Renaissance. The story of Al-Andalus was not just conquest, but the spread of ideas and culture. It bridged the ancient and modern worlds. The legacy of this era endures in Western civilization. While Islam expanded west, it also pushed deep into Asia. The conquest of Persia opened the door to Central Asia, where Islam spread along the Silk Road. Cities like Bukhara and Samarkand became hubs of Islamic culture and learning. Expansion here was gradual, driven by trade and missionary work as much as by conquest. Arab and Persian merchants carried Islam by sea to India and Southeast Asia. Through peaceful trade and intermarriage, Islam took root in distant lands like Indonesia. This maritime spread showed the power of commerce and cultural exchange. Within a century, the Islamic world stretched from the Atlantic to the borders of China and India. The eastward journey wove a new global network of trade, ideas, and faith. Islam's reach connected diverse cultures in unprecedented ways. How did Islam, born in Arabia, unite such vast lands in a century? The exhaustion of the Byzantine and Sasanian empires made conquest possible. Many saw the Muslims as liberators, offering more just and tolerant rule. The unity and motivation of Muslim armies driven by faith made them formidable. The early Islamic state was well organized, adopting and improving on the systems of conquered empires. Control of trade routes brought wealth and facilitated the spread of ideas. The Islamic world became a melting pot, sparking a golden age of science, medicine, and philosophy. Cities like Baghdad and Cordoba became centers of learning while Europe languished in the Dark Ages. The rapid spread of Islam redrew the world map and bridged east and west. Ancient knowledge was preserved and new discoveries made, shaping the world we know today. The first century of Islam is a story of faith, unity, and the creation of a civilization that still influences us. It is a testament to the power of ideas to transform the world. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who love to learn. Your support helps us bring more stories from the past to life.